That's an insane sprite. That's so cool. That's basically Oliver in his head. That's what he looks like. Episode number 4. Welcome in. Here it is. W. This is, obviously, episode number 4 of the Infinite Fusion Hardcore Randomized Nuzlocke. We have beat the 3rd gym. We are in Vermilion City. We just got our fossil encounters. We're cruising. We're going crazy. We have some great mons now. If you guys need to be caught up, we have added in Marty, the Scoliopede Genesect. Pretty cool. He has pretty good attack. He has Lightning Rod as his ability. Not great special defense, but he's got great speed. He's got pretty good defense for a bug steel type. He has U-turn, Iron Defense, Bug Bite, and Magnet Bomb. So pretty good moveset. I like his moveset. Marty's going to hit some good things. Then we obviously have Salem, our mainstay. Toxic Boost. We want to get, as soon as we can, granted it's going to lower our acrobatics damage, but if we could get a Toxic Orb on Salem, it would be absolutely nutty. He's got great defense, great special defense. It would be insane to have on him, and it honestly would probably mitigate some of the damage lost from acrobatics. You know what I mean? So that's going to be insane if we can get a Toxic Orb sometime. Then we have Ken, the Pidgeotto Sceptile. He's going to evolve in a singular level, I believe. At level 36, maybe? So he'll get a new ability. He'll get, obviously, a new sprite, hopefully. He's got great attack, or like, not great attack. Great speed, super fast, probably our fastest Mon. Actually, I don't even... yeah, I think he is our fastest Mon. Not best stats all around, but, you know, he'll get better. Then we have Merciless, so obviously poisons, crits. Not the best, but it could be worse. Then we have U-turn, Leaf Blade, Roost, and Gust. Then we have the newest addition to the team, the absolute insanity that is Mindless, the frickin' Matang turned Electivire. So cool. He's going to be an absolute heavy hitter. He's probably going to be a mainstay if we can keep him alive. Electric Psychic, great typing. We have great attack, great defense, pretty good special defense. Honestly, good special attack as well. Water Compaction, not anything crazy. We have Volt Switch, Thunder Wave, Thunder Punch, Zen Headbutt. Pretty good moves. Then we have Bug Boy. Obviously, you guys saw him last episode. Good speed, good special defense, good special attack. Flower Veil, pretty useless. Water, Fire, pretty good. Great moveset, honestly. Really good moveset. Then we have the absolute stalwart goat of the frickin' team, Sunny. The Gyarados Torterra with Berserk. Not an amazing ability, but it's not Imposter, so we are happy with that. Great attack, great defense, great special defense, and a banger moveset. Ice Fang, Razor Leaf, Aqua Tail, Earthquake. Absolute insanity. And to make up for the little bit less defense, where we have the Assault Vest on him, he's not going to use status moves, so he's going to hit like a frickin' truck and not be hit like a truck. So absolute banger. And then to round the team off, I think that's everybody. That's everybody. Thought there was one more, but there is not. I'll go show you guys our box. We have added to it in the last run, or last episode, we had added a Mimikyu Honedge, or Duo Blade. Anna. Pretty good. Kind of got the worst, like, pairing of them. I would love it to be the other way around because they have a better typing for what our team is. Steel Fairy, best type in the game. Don't think I'm saying that badly, but there's a lot of different type combinations that make it maybe not the best type in the game because it can be hit by certain things. But still a great typing, and doesn't have early steel type moves yet, so we're hoping for that. Then we have an absolute travesty, This could have been so good. Our Ninjask and our Grand Bull. If you guys don't know, I've had Grand Bulls multiple times in my Infinite Fusion playthroughs, and they're insane. If they get paired with something, their attack is sky high, and it is crazy for such a small, like, not great-looking Pokemon, if that makes sense. If they can get paired with something that, like, raises a certain stat that they need, absolutely insane. And that was the unfortunate part, is we got the wrong stats. This Grand Bull could have had an insanely high speed stat because of Ninjask, but Ninjask got the head, not the body. So that makes it it takes Grand Bull's speed instead, and Grand Bull's like defensive stats, which aren't very good. So it gets a little bit of an attack boost for a very, 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 very massive hit in its speed stat. So really sad about that. It also would have been Fairy Flying, which would have been perfect for our team. Literally exactly what we need. So really unfortunate of that. Maybe comment below. Maybe I'll type in the Discord or ask in the Discord or whatever how people feel about me swapping them around, like giving myself... Because in my stream playthrough, I did it where I could Wonder Trade, and I would have tokens to break pairs after every... I would say with this, after every gym, but it was after every, like, boss fight. So if that was the rival battles or whatever, I would give myself a token where I could use the Wonder Trade, the premium Wonder Trade, and I could use a DNA Splicer to break pairs and pair them together. And maybe we can do that with this, where after every gym, I get a token for swapping a pair, like not breaking a pair at all, but just flipping them. So it would be Grand Bull head, Ninjask body. Let me know how you feel about that. Definitely in the comments or in the Discord or whatever. I'm probably going to put that question in the Discord or maybe on stream or whatever. But I think that would be a cool addition. Also, it's not a huge deal if you guys don't like that idea. But I think it would give more utility to some of the mons that are not as good, like not as... I don't know. It would give us more, but it also make it a lot easier in a way, because then we could swap mons around. But, you know, you never know. So let me know down in the comments how you guys feel about that. Absolutely don't be afraid to say you're an absolute moron mess. You are stinky. I'm not stinky, but, you know, if you guys feel the need to say that, you guys have permission to say that. I'm going to pull up my type chart real quick, and then we can continue on. We have no more fossil encounters right now. We do have a shop reset. There is an Eviolite in the shop. Holy Clabloni. Let's buy a couple of these. This is absolutely insane. So we want to put an Eviolite definitely on Ken for right now. That would make Ken very, very strong. Let's give this to Ken, and I don't believe we can give it to anybody else. Actually, we can give it to Mindless as well. Let's give Eviolites to Mindless and Ken, and then obviously we'll have to change those out eventually, but let's... I believe from here, we just have to go right, I think. We got this encounter here. I believe this was a dupes. We got our encounter here as well. So let's hit a little repel action, I think. Do we have repels? I thought we gave ourselves repels. Did we? Am I blind? Right there. That's where they are. Sorry guys, I'm yawning. But yeah, I'm looking forward to some of these frickin' encounters. We already got the ones here. I believe we have to go this way. I could be completely wrong. Route 12 is a completely new one. Come on, use strength. How's it not working? It always works. Hey, this Snorlax has been blocking. I tried everything, but it won't budge. You're going to Lavender Town. I'm afraid you'll have to go all the way through Rock Tunnel. Then there's no way around it. Okay. We have our fishing encounter. Let's use an old rod here. Hopefully we can catch something cool here. A pearl. Okay. In our heart and soul, the fishing is really wacky. It's really hard to... It's like got a lag to it. What's our encounter going to be? You know, not half bad. We don't hate that. Plenty of quick balls. We're definitely going to have to get some balls, hopefully. In the next shop, hopefully there's some master balls. But, okay, he's not going to catch. He's going to make it difficult. That's obviously my luck, so... let's use a level ball. Surely level balls will be good here, right? Also, I don't know what a firecracker... Perfect! A Dragodrio. So that's going to be a Dragonite, basically a Dragonite with Dodrio's stats combined. Let's store it in the PC, and let's give it a nickname. Dragodrio. Who would want a Dragodrio? Now, in these, when I name people after the Mons, I'm going to try to keep it as their own, so I don't, like, freaking thinking too much, you know what I mean? We're going to name this guy... Storpy the Dragodrio, which is pretty cool. I actually like that mon. So I think the rock... Oh, okay. Oopsies. The rock tunnel is the one right above us. Oh my god, he just headshot him instantly. Let's throw out Mindless. I want to see Mindless go to work. Dunpeed. Oh, yeah. Send headbutt. Slammed. I believe this is the rock tunnel. I don't think we can... Yeah, we don't have strength yet, so... We have the debug menu open, so we can use it, but I'm not going to use it. So... Would you like me full heal? Sure. Alright, never mind. I believe there's a guy down here as well that does... Yeah, this thing. Another firecracker. Yeah, I think we're gonna... Well, we've already figured that out. The items randomized as well. So, we're gonna do the randomized thing where... When we get to the next town, we just randomize all the items. I should probably do that before. But I think this makes... Oh, okay. This makes more sense. Because that way I can't, like, look at an item, see what it is going to be, and then go back or whatever. We know it's going to be what it's going to be. Yeah, what do you guys have planned? What are you doing? A lemonade. Shears? Okay, I'll take that. What do you guys got planned? Are you super busy? Are you not super busy? Are you vibing? What's going on with everybody? How's everybody doing? I'm just gonna be streaming. Just there probably more snow cleanup tomorrow. And then yeah, just straight streaming. Making content. I'm really excited with how my content is shaping out. TikTok's being a little bit annoying, and it's not pushing a lot of my content, which is quite annoying. I've been getting a little bit frustrated with it, because I will have my content the way that I want it, and then it's like, it just doesn't, I don't know, doesn't want to push it, which is really frustrating. But I'm sure a lot of fellow content creators have experienced that and understand what I'm talking about. It's discouraging, it's frustrating, it's sad, but there's not much you can do. You just got to keep grinding, stay consistent, make sure that you're doing it for the right reason and enjoying yourself, you know? You're not like, okay, we got to go up here and to the right. All right. Yeah, making sure that you're enjoying what you're doing, not forcing it, not trying to make it something more than it is or whatever, like just doing, you know what I mean? I think a lot of the times we get caught up in trying to, I don't know, like look too far in the future, and then we're not in the present, and we can't appreciate what's going on in the present because we're too far in the future, if that makes sense. Like it's a thing that makes sense, or it kind of is like stupid to think about, or it's an easy thought to have, if that makes sense. But I think it's a lot easier said than done. You know what I mean? It's hard to hold yourself accountable sometimes, and it's good when you fully do. You know what I mean? I've had a lot of like upgrades in my content with Pokemon. I've been super happy with it. Houndly, so Hitmonlee and a Houndour. So fighting probably dark. Yeah. One of those things is one of my videos, my recent videos, hit 24K. It's a little bit ago, probably like 2 weeks ago, but that's one of my more larger. I've had one hit 30K before, but it was kind of just a random one. Like it was one of my Minecraft ones, and for whatever reason, that one just got pushed in that day into the algorithm. So to me, it didn't really feel like it counted per se. Yes, it counted, but it didn't feel like I knew at all. It didn't like teach me anything, if that makes sense. Dialterra. So that's gonna be probably Dragon Ground. Either way, ice is 4 times. Dragon Steel. Okay. What's Aqua Tail? Nice. But yeah, I didn't feel like I learned much from it, if that makes sense. It kind of just felt like That's Arceus Starmie. Holy, Grin is gonna fucking love that thing. Holy shit. What the hell? But yeah, it didn't really feel like I learned anything from it. And it didn't really help me that much. And then I've had, like, one of my TikToks blew up, and it was a Arc Raiders glitch video. So there's just, like, small things that, I don't know, didn't really... I didn't have like a blueprint, if that makes sense. But I'm trying to kind of shift my content to more thoughtful and like keeping myself present. Because a lot of times I just fall into normalcy, or I fall into... So that's Omastar potentially, Venusaur Omastar, maybe. Ice Fang. Razor Leaf. Hopefully that kills. Okay, good. Yeah, I fall into, like, habits or habitual stuff. Sometimes I don't always push myself when I want to, or when I should. And then I'm stagnant. And it's very easy to get yourself in those places. Because a lot of times I'm convincing myself that if I change things up, if I alter the way that I operate, that my motivation will fizzle out because of my depression. That if I change anything and it doesn't go right, or it doesn't feel right, or whatever, then it will instantly, like, suck the wind out of my sails. And that's not a healthy mindset to have, and I'm trying to be more mindful about not living in that space too much. And that's why I've swapped a lot of my content over to more Pokemon-centered stuff, because I've found a niche. I've found something that works for me. I've figured it out. I've understood it. Like, I don't know. I've understood what I'm meant to be doing with it. And on YouTube, TikTok is never going to be... TikTok is one of those things I just post to post on it. I don't really post expecting anything to blow up or really, like, expecting anything out of it because it's so confusing. It is so confusing. Because one video can do absolutely insane, another video can do awful. Or 1 second you can have a video, you can have a streak of videos that go absolutely wacko, and then the other ones are like, oh yeah, nobody wants to watch this, and you're just stuck there like scratching your head, not knowing what you're doing, and you could get discouraged on that. But then on the other side, my YouTube shorts, last week it was like 10K, 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 20K, like all of them consistently up at like 10K, 4K, 5K. Like, and a lot of comments, a lot of interaction, a lot of likes, blah, blah, blah. So I know that I have the right formula. I just need to apply it. And that's what I've learned, you know. You gotta apply it to where it sees fit. And then you'll eventually, with consistency, with not just consistency, but with we're just gonna let this guy. Yeah. With consistency and with adaptation, sorry, I'm stupid. You will absolutely see yourself increase, you know what I mean? I think that's what people get a lot of the times mixed up, is they realize that, or they don't realize that it's not just consistency, it's adaptation over time. And that is consistency. If you're continuously adapting, that's going to breed consistency, and it's going to teach you how to figure out what's going to work. You think about like animals. Animals are constantly adapting. They're constantly figuring things out. They're constantly learning. They're constantly improving the way that they think, the way that they fight, the way that they hunt, the way that they whatever. And that's how genetically they adapt over time. They kind of like shed off bad traits about themselves or whatever, and they're just constantly trying to grow. And as humans have evolved, that has kind of changed into different things where we don't have to really adapt to survive as much per se, but adapt to enjoy life or become more successful or grow or whatever. So I think that's a different thought process that a lot of people don't think about, but make sure that if you are consistent, challenge yourself to match that consistency with adaptation and try to be as adaptable as possible. And just kind of like sit back and look at what you're doing, how to improve it, if it's worth 100% of the effort that you're putting in, or you need to change things up. Because change is always good, a lot of the time. Okay, so we are in routes. We're just going to re-encounter if we get a dupes. I think that's. We're just going to do it that way. If we get something that is a dupes like this, we are just going to try to look for a different pair in it. And if we can't, then we'll get the first one that we encountered, and we will just break the pair, and then the next one that we get, we will go from there. I think that's just the best way to do it. That way it's giving us new mons and interesting mons, and it's not just like, oh, here's one that you already have seen. That one hurts. I won't lie, that one very much hurts. Like, see, this one, we would have a Porygon. Oh. Or unknown Sand Slash. So, guys, I think what we're gonna... No, I'm kidding. Well, that's a little bit unfortunate. Sand Slash unknown. A Sandome. Sandome. Oh, this hurts Pokemon. That's pretty cool. They have an item that hurts mons. That's pretty cool. Let's just use a regular Pokeball in this thing. I don't really want to waste mon balls. But yeah, that's a little bit of homework for you guys. Look at your life. Look at what you're doing. Look at the things that you're doing. Look at how you're approaching things, and really see how you're doing it. And if there's any way that you could adapt differently or change things up that would keep it fresh or would help you be better or have a better product or enjoy things differently. I think that's a good little piece of homework for you guys. And also, let me know in the comments if you think I should change up the way I put content out, or what times you guys like content to be put out, or all those things. Those things are all very, very, very helpful to me, because it's hard adapting to the unknown. So if you can adapt with a little bit of known, get it? The unknown. We're gonna name this guy Adapt, because it's fitting. Adapt the Sand Slash unknown. Yeah. Cool little thought. Hopefully it strikes some of you guys to think or to change things up. Or to be proud of yourselves that you're doing something good. You know what I mean? It's not always, you don't always need to change things. Sometimes you are doing everything right. Sometimes you do not need to change anything. So this is another encounter here. Paradra. This is a dupes. Right? This is a new encounter, right? Yes. Okay. Just had to check that for a second. What is this gonna be? A Torororus. A Torororus. Tororororus. Okay, well, he's kind of cool. Probably won't be very useful, but at least he's cool. So normal ice. I don't think anything. I mean, do we have an ice type? Not really. Yeah, nothing is really neutral into him, so I think we are just gonna have to chuck balls at him. I don't really think we can get him low. Maybe we can bug bite. I think it just kills him, honestly. It's a level ball, maybe. I don't really think we have a lot of... Okay, he's going to catch instantly. We don't have a lot of balls. This is a little... If we get something that's crazy, it's going to be a little bit of a problem. Maybe a lot of bit of a problem. I think we're going to name this guy Kyoto. Because Kyoto likes ice types. That's the first ice type that I think we've seen so far. So, there is an encounter in here, as we see. That's a dupes. Yeah, that's a static. That's insane. I absolutely love this guy. Please get in the ball. I think this is a static, so we're gonna have to break them apart. I think. We'll have to see. We're gonna name this guy... We're gonna name him Ghost for now. Yeah, that was the static. So we're gonna catch him, and then we're gonna break Cofagrigus apart. Okay, I'm happy. That's a double dupes. This is another dupes. Another static. He's got okay. Let's U-turn into Sunny, and then we can kill him with Ice Fang. Come on, let's get us something new. That's new. Chestnut Ariados, pretty cool. I won't lie. I actually really like that one. Even though it's an Ariados, it's pretty cool. The only thing is, towards the end of the game, we are going to get a lot of duplicates. I fear. So maybe... I don't know. Let me know how you guys feel about that. We figured out the dupes thing with statics. Maybe we just do it where we catch any mon that the first mon that we see, and we don't do dupes. But then again, it is dupes. So it's kind of like we're trying to get new things. I don't know. Let me know. I think how we're doing it is fine. I always am overthinking about all of those things. Arianaut. I'm going to name this thing Ariana. Because it's Aria Chestnut, and it's going to be an Ariana Grande. Bag. Let's hit a little repel. Yeah, I'm always overthinking the rules, thinking... Like, I don't want to have cheese locks. I don't want to freaking look like I'm cheating or whatever. So I try my hardest to make sure that everything is going like how it should be, or in the most fair way possible, as well as like the most not cheap way possible. So we're going to unfuse these guys. Unfuse, yes. DNA splicer, yes. So, we will get rid of the Noivern. Release him. And then we have a Cofagrigus that we can pair something with. So we did just get a... Can't evolve him yet. Ariados Chestnut could be good at the moment. Let me look. Ariados. Bug fighting. He's got 104 defense. 101 attack. 4 times to flying. He's got 1 times bug, dark fighting, grass, ground. So... I mean, he's not terrible. I don't really think he probably gets a lot of great moves. What about... I don't know how to spell this thing. Amaru in Taurus. It's not Amaru. It's Auroras. Auroras. Yeah, definitely got the worst typing of the two. And the worst stats of the two. Not the worst typing, but the worst stats of the two. So, not the best. We are hoping that the next Mart gives us Pokeballs. That is something that we are absolutely hoping for. So this is the rock tunnel. This is also another encounter, I believe. I don't think we've been into the rock tunnel. So... Oh, okay. We're fighting somebody already. Horiachi. Let's just bug bite him. It'll do a lot of damage. Coffinix. So that's going to be poison. Rock. Oh, okay, poison ground. That's... We can kill him. Okay, fine. Assurance is scary. Alright. New encounter. Another freaking Golduck. And a Rampardos. So that is doubled. Well. There you go, Grin. There's your Pokemon. A Zumachu. Low-key, though, I can picture that specific face to be what Grin is looking at me like when I'm fucking tweaking out in voice chat. That, like... I can just see that. Oh, he's got a... Okay. Maybe Grin will like this. He's cool. I'm gonna do this one, because that one looks cool. You know, he just grew on me. Water Electric, he could be actually good. He could actually be really good. I'm not gonna lie. We are gonna name him Grin. That's... You know, I was hating on him for a second. But... You know... He's actually got some aura on him. Let's hit a little max repel action real quick. I don't know where the hell I'm going. Okay, so I do have to go down. We have to fight this guy. Anybody watching, did you guys see there's a rock climber named Alex Honnold, I believe his name is. Did you guys watch him climb the building? If anybody hasn't, okay, Grow King, that's insane. If anybody hasn't seen it, there's a guy, I think it's Alex Honnold. And he's probably one of the best, that's an insane skin. Or freaking Sprite. He's probably known as one of the best, if not the best, like, outdoor bouldering rock climber in history. He climbed a thing called, I think it's El Capitan, I think, which is this, like, gigantic-ass... Literally, it's just a wall. It's just a giant wall that goes straight up, and he climbed it. Oh, there's an egg here? I don't think I got that in my other playthrough. But yeah, it's literally just a straight-up wall. And it's so high... And he climbed it free climb. His thing is called, I think, Free Solo or something like that. The documentary. But he free solo climbs this thing. And it is literally, I'm not kidding. You can go look it up. I think it's El Capitan. Look up Alex Honnold or famous rock climber guy. It's just a stone cliff that is like the size of a skyscraper that's just up. And he just climbs the side of it. And recently, he climbed one of the taller buildings. I don't know if it's one of the taller buildings in whatever, but Regiwile. Let's just stay in. Okay, it's a Regice. Okay. Let's U-turn into... him. But yeah, it's this giant wall, or it's a giant building. I don't know what it's in Taipei, and it's this giant building, and he climbed it, and people are like, "Oh yeah, that's easy for him. That's literally like climbing a ladder for him." That's an insane sprite. That's so cool. Low-key, that's crazy. Paige would love that. That looks like Oliver. That's basically Oliver in his head. That's what he looks like. But he climbed this giant, tall building. And because he's so good at climbing, he was like hanging off of it at the top. He's just holding on with his legs. And then he just got to the top and he was just like, sick. What? Yeah, people were like, oh yeah, that's normal for him. Like that would be like climbing a ladder for us. He's so like strong and good at his craft. just blows my mind how like, I went to a climbing gym probably, like, it was, like, right after, it was either right before the pandemic or right after, and we went to my family and I went to a climbing gym. It was, like a bouldering one, and it was really fun, and I was actually surprisingly good at it, and that was when I was not really at my strongest. I was still pretty well, like, strong. I've always been body weight strong for myself, but as of, like, muscle mass or just pound for pound, I was not as strong. Okay, he's got levitate. Nice. I should have paid attention to that. Let's go into here. But yeah, I actually surprised myself with how able I was to do it. There was one of my favorite things. I've always been, which is funny because I used to be absolutely god-awful at push-ups. And this is a thing for you guys to, I know you guys see me do all the push-ups and everything, but it's something for you guys to think about. Anybody that is in a moment in their life or at times where they're like, I can't do this, or I can't work out, or I'm not strong, or I can't do push-ups, or whatever it is. You can. It just takes time. It just takes effort. It takes getting used to the feeling of it. It takes a lot of things. And if you just continue to push yourself and try, you will eventually get to a point where you're good at whatever it is you're trying. Is that missing no on his head? And I had a moment when I was in freshman year of high school where all of throughout school, like middle school, I was always the, like, big kid, like, not like big, but like the tall, strong kid. Giraton. Is that Magneton and Giratina? Giraffe-rig. Okay. But yeah, I was always like tall and like bulky. Not really, but I was kind of overweight, so I looked like I was strong, but I wasn't really strong, and I always had an ego about that. I always was like, I want to be the tall, strong kid. I gotta be the tall, strong kid. I gotta live up to that expectation and that unrealistic standard of, like, being the tall, strong kid. So, like, I played baseball, and I would get the absolute biggest bat that I couldn't swing, just because my ego didn't want me to freaking be weak or whatever, or use a smaller bat, or everybody else thought I had to, or I was strong or whatever, so I had to prove it. And then my entire like 8th grade year, I struck out every single time because I couldn't swing the fucking bat. And I remember my dad being like, "Dude, let's get a smaller bat for you. Let's like stop using that heavy bat. Like, come on." And I would be like, "No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good." And there's just a lot of things like that I couldn't really, like, drop my ego and be like, you know, it's okay to be, like, it's okay to lower your standards, you know what I mean? It's okay to be at a certain level. If other people think you are, you don't have to live up to those standards. And freshman year was when it got, like, really bad for me, where I realized I was just weak. I was not in any type of like good shape. And it came from, I stopped playing baseball. I stopped working out or doing, like, any physical things, but my diet and everything kept up. I always had a horrible diet when I was a kid. I have, like, videos on YouTube back in the day of me eating, like, the old YouTube challenges of eating, like, pancake challenges and this challenge and that challenge, and eating a bunch of candy and, like, a bunch of junk food and just crap food. And I stopped being active. I stopped working out. I never really worked out, but, like, I stopped playing sports, playing basketball, baseball, soccer, whatever. That's pretty cool. I like that. So I tried to, like, get around the way that I could and just pseudodon. Is that gastrodon? Pseudo-wudo and... What is that? Nidoking? Nidoqueen? Right on! Gotcha. Earth to Garrett. I'm right here. Let's go to water. Yeah, I had a moment where we would have to run miles for gym class. And it was like every single gym class intro, like every single day, you would run around the track for a mile. And I was so out of shape because of my asthma and just because of not like doing anything with or so do we remember if I've gotten a static encounter for the rocks? I don't... I think I have. So I'm going to run from this. I'm pretty sure I have. I will remember if I haven't, and I will go and catch this. But I'm pretty sure that I have... I think in the first cave, the first episode, I'm pretty sure I got something from that. I think it was the the Graveler, whatever it was called. But anyways, back to my story, my long-winded story, like you guys know I do. I would actively avoid running the mile. And it got so bad that I even had my mom get me a doctor's note so I wouldn't have to run the mile. I was like that freaking out of shape and didn't want to do anything. So that happens. And then we had to do like these gauntlet things where it was like 5 push-ups, 5 sit-ups, 5 pull-ups, 5 crunches, 5 whatever, and we would have to go in like a circle and do, I think it was like 3 sets or 3 rounds of it. And we would be timed, and we would be with a partner, and we would just run around and do that. And I got to the point where I couldn't do a push-up. And I would just sit there, like I would sit on the ground, and my friend would be like, "Come on, Garrett, do a push-up." Like he would be joking with me, and I would be like playing it off like I couldn't do a push-up. Meanwhile, the entire time I just could not do a push-up and was just too like mentally embarrassed with myself to actually try to do a push-up. And it kind of just got to a point where I realized, man, like, you don't want to be like that. Like you want to be fit. You want to be in good shape. Oh, this is the dark type guy. Like, you want to be in pretty decent shape. You don't want to be like can't even do a push-up, you know what I mean? Like, you want to get to a point where you're proud of your strength or whatever. So I ended up just starting doing push-ups in my room. I was like, you know what? One day I was absolutely, like, so angry and hurt with myself and mad at myself that I was like, you know what? I'm going to make it a pact that I'm going to do push-ups. And I'm going to do... Yeah, okay, so, all right. So we did get that. That's good. I'm going to do so many push-ups that I can't feel my arms, blah, blah, blah. So I just started doing push-ups. And I got to a point where I was doing 200 push-ups a day. And I was just banging out push-ups all the time. And I finally was able to do them. And it felt, I don't know, it just like filled me with so much confidence. What the hell is this? Ooh. Okay. I don't know, it just filled me with so much confidence. And it made me feel good about myself. And made me feel like strong. And it also taught me that I can really, truly push myself. And then I did that again. What is this? It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. Alright, we're gonna name this Sarah. Shout out Sarah for the freaking Mew. That's a Mew. Oh. Alright, I'll change the nickname on it. Ignore that. I actually hit the thing trying to hit the enter button. But yeah, then it happened with pull-ups. I was like, you know what? I really want to try to do pull-ups. And I learned how to do pull-ups on my door frames. Like my house door frames. I would just every single time I would go up for dinner, my parents would call me down when I was in like high school, and I would do a pull-up every single time that I would walk in, or at least try. And then I had a pull-up bar. It's kind of like a makeshift pull-up bar. Me and my dad joke because it's probably going to break sometime, and I'm going to go fucking flying through the floor. But it's like this clothes hanger type thing. And I do pull-ups on that. And it was like every single time I would get up from the bath or get up to go to the bathroom, I would do a pull-up. I would try one. And then I would try another. And then I would try another. And I just got to a point where I could do pull-ups. And around this whole entire story, back to where I was saying, the best thing that I was good at with rock climbing was they have these like fingerboards, and I think they're called finger holds, and they're basically just this like board with holes in it, and they have little lips that are kind of like if you imagine it's like that, you can grab onto it, so it would be like that, and then you can grab your fingers onto it, and I could do pull-ups on those. I could do like 2-finger pull-ups on them. I remember my parents and my family being like, oh my god, like, what the heck? You're actually, like, you're doing pull-ups on those things? What the hell? And... Ooh, another Pokemon egg. And I was able to do a bunch of pull-ups on those things because of just continuously putting my mind to it and just being like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to challenge myself that I'm going to freaking do pull-ups and I'm going to freaking do them good. And I think about that now. I'm in the spot where I can do weighted pull-ups, and I could do weighted push-ups, and I can do as many push-ups as I do on stream, and blah, blah, blah. And I came from a point where I could do literally not a singular push-up. Like, seriously, guys. I went from being a person who played almost every sport, and I couldn't do a single pull-up. So when you guys think of those things yourselves, and you're like, man, I can't do a pull-up. I'll never be able to do a pull-up or a push-up or whatever it is. And you get that in your head that you can't, or you won't, or you just won't be able to do it, or whatever. Remind yourselves that you can. As long as you put your mind to it, you can do absolutely, literally anything that you want to do. It's just that mental fortitude and pushing yourself. So if you guys have any of those things that you want to do and you're like, I don't think I could do that, try it. Because you're going to have a point where you can't do a push-up and you're going to be sat there, and it's going to be like, ugh. So try a knee push-up, and then try halfway down push-up. Hold the push-up. Like, there's so many things that you can just at least try. You know what I mean? Is that a regular wine? I'm going to name him Y, because he's going to be a placeholder name. He's going with our Cofagrigus. Okay. And a Noibat. Okay, so... that's unfortunate. So that egg was just a random, or just a dud of an egg. So we will get rid of him. And we'll leave him on, and we will put him on. Because we want to fuse these guys together. But yeah, that whole long-winded thing, just to tell you guys that don't ever force yourselves to think that you can't do anything, because you can. Also, this is going to be a freaking tank and a half. Low-key. I don't think they're going to... actually, never mind. I don't think they have any defensive stats between each other. Maybe. Cofagrigus might be. He might be pretty tanky. Psychic Ghost. Mummy. Wait, those don't matter. Minus special attack plus defense. Minus defense. Let's look this up. Why not? And Cofagrigus. Wobbuffet. So it's Psychic Ghost. 146 HP. So his... yeah, we'll do that nature, I guess. Yeah. I mean... not really tanky. Terrible offensive attacks. I mean, he could be decent. I want to check what Grin's stats are. I feel like Grin could have absolutely insane stats. Raichu and Azumarill. Water Electric. Not really. Never mind. Yeah. Never mind, Grin. Apologize for that. I got you all hyped up for literally nothing. But we have Executor, which is going to be... surely it's going to be... Executor and Mew. Let's go to Execute. What level is Execute? So he is a Leaf Stone, unfortunately. And we got the Grass Psychic version of it. Which has the better stats, seemingly. It has 116 special attack when it's Executor Mew, 95 defense, 76 special defense, 98 attack. Right now, honestly, he's pretty decent. He's not all too bad. That could definitely be a replacement for whatever it's called. We will definitely have to think about that for Ken. Because I don't think we have a Leaf Stone on us. That's the thing, is we're not going to get a lot of evolutions because we're going to have no stones. I don't know how other people do it, where if they can like give themselves the stones. We have a Sunstone. Other than that, I don't think we have really anything. Let's go up first. And let's randomizer, let's shuffle items. So we're gonna do that since we're in the new town. So now we can check here. Maybe they'll have grass mail, Pokeball. We're gonna buy a bunch of Pokeballs. Just to have. Quick Balls are back in the stock. Hell yeah, we're gonna buy a bunch of those as well. Choice Band is insane. We're gonna buy a couple of those. Lustrous Orb, we'll buy like 3 of those as well. Nest Balls we'll buy. Lucky Punch. Pizza. This should be random as well. Flying Level Ball. So now we have the tower as well. Ooh, Psychic. Ooh. Are you looking for Mount Mr. Fuji by... Okay. I don't know what this is. Nicknaming Club. Okay. What's in here? Is that Ominous Wind? I think that's a special attacking move, not the best. About this house. Have Stone, Moonstone. Okay. Alright, that could be good. I think we have something that evolves the Moonstone, right? Who is it that evolves? Is it... Dusclops evolves from a Reaper Cloth or level 50. Who do we have that can be evolved from a Moonstone? Clefable? Clefable... Trevenant? Fairy Go... No, not really good. Who else? Don't really think anybody else. Maybe... Wait. Duoblade? Maybe? I think he's a Duskstone. Okay, we can get that at night. So we can get Mimikyu Aegislash. Right? Yeah. Other than that... Let me look at Arbok, Chandelure. Which one did we get? I think we got the Ghost Poison, right? I think. Ghost Poison, okay. So I think we got the better version. So yeah, he has actually decent stats. He's got some decent weaknesses, or... Yeah, 118 special attack, 80 speed. Nah, he's not actually that bad. So we can always look at him. What about on our team? Dusclops is a Reaper Cloth. Nothing else. So I think Duoblade. We can. I think we might even be able to get it right now. Come back at night. Alright, so we have to wait just a little bit. Okay, Route 8, we can get an encounter here. That's a pretty cool mon right there. Arasaur, Venusaur. Ooh, Venusaur Arbok. That's cool. But yeah, moral of Mess's long-winded story. Believe in yourself. Always believe in yourself. Don't stop believing in yourself, because you can do things that you honestly are probably would be pretty surprised to see yourself do. I feel like we might have already got an encounter here. Let me look at the town map. No, okay. This is completely new. So we can... 4 Chilan berries. That's a pretty cool one. We're gonna name this guy Julian because it's a Ludicolo, and Ludicolo Julian likes Ludicolo. If we didn't have Sarah, if we didn't get Sarah on Mew, we probably would have named this Sarah because if anybody remembers, Sarah was a Ludicolo in our Unbound playthrough. So we're gonna name this guy Julian. What else could we have gotten? That would have been a dupes. So, yeah, we want to steer clear of Saffron City. That's a major importance. There was a lot of controversy on my, whatever it's called, my stream run of this, because I didn't steer clear of it, and I got wiped. Or potentially got wiped. I didn't actually get wiped. Yeah, it was risky. And, oh, okay, I think this is a... Alright, rival battle it is. Okay. Vapor Plume. Okay. Let's U-turn. We will U-turn into... So he's water... Poison. Mindless. Easy, easy. Yeah, I've had a couple... Ooh, huge. I've had a couple instances of my life where I kind of realized I needed to get stronger. Or I wasn't super happy in myself. Fletch Furno? Oh, he sounds cool. It's gonna be a freaking Monferno, isn't it? It's gonna be a Monferno. Alright, he kind of disappointed. Yeah, there's been a couple times where I've been like, alright, I need to go back to the drawing board and like, Raichuetta? Meloetta? Raichu Meloetta? Yep. Oh, that's cool. That's a cool one. Yeah. One of them was... I worked at an MMA gym. Tell us, old man, we're going to have... Oh. Let me shut up for this. We're going to fight these guys right after? If it weren't for these ghosts. Whoops. Let's get this item. Rage Candy Bar. I think there's an encounter in here somewhere, too. I think the statics are... I think the ghosts are statics as well. Get out, get out. No, they just catch you. Okay. Well, let's see if we can get any more encounters before this. Yes, Route 12. Whoops. Wait, no, Route 12 was... Okay, so this links... I know where we are. All right. But anyways, when I was a young boy, Whoops, didn't mean to hit that. When I was working at the MMA gym, it was a little bit after I quit from there. Probably like 4 or 5 months later, went and trained just to see if a different environment would spark more joy in me. I went to another place, and it was marketed like it was this big, like, complex that had, like, a bunch of people, and I showed up, and there was, like, 4 guys there. Normally, when at the MMA gym that I worked at, it was pretty popular. There was a lot of, like, people in and out, new people to roll with. Like, it was fun. And there was people of all different, like, sizes and strengths. So it wasn't just all heavyweights or all this or all that. It was, like, people of all different shapes and sizes. But this one that I went to was, like, all jacked military guys that were probably on some type of enhancing drug, I would assume, because they were literally all fucking, like, shredded to the gills, and I was way outmatched. Like, I'm not... If I fought, I would be in probably lightweight. I usually hover, I'm 6'1", and I usually hover around, like, 155 to 165. That's, like, my normal weight. I would like to get up to, like, 170, 180, put on a lot more muscle. But I definitely... Am I allowed to be in here? I'm confused. Okay, guys. I know we're probably cringing at me right now. I know we're probably like, all right, what is Mess doing? Trust the process. Okay, I don't even... Yeah, so I don't think we can be in here. I think we have to do something. Odd keystone? I'm kind of confused at what I have to do. Okay, I think we missed this guy. Oh, sunstone? Can we sleep somewhere? Yeah, there was these guys that were just, like, absolutely jacked, and I was completely, like, outmatched. I was weight diffed, basically. And I trained there, and I remember there was this dude who was literally, like, he had to have been, I'd say probably, like, 240. And he was straight, solid muscle. Just like a fucking unit. And we were working on a drill where we were in turtle position, which, if you guys are not familiar, is when you're on all fours, your forearms are on the ground. Like on the ground, your knees are on the ground, and your feet are on the ground. So you're basically like a turtle. You're holding, and you keep your elbows tucked into the gaps of your knees. So that way, if somebody's trying to, like, move you over, you're stable side to side. And the way that you want to do it, the technique, is you want to pull somebody. So if they're sitting, if they're in turtle position straight on, you want to pull them diagonally backwards over to their ankles, because that's where you can't really, like, post. So you can kind of, like, pull somebody back over them, and that's, like, a beginner's way of trying to break their posture. And I was trying literally everything. I was fucking... It also didn't help that the coach was also, like, coaching me on things that I wasn't, like, thinking of, you know what I mean? And I was dog tired because I was trying with all my might to fucking knock this guy over, and I couldn't. I was, like, pushing on him. I was trying to do the technique, and I just was not strong enough. And then we ended up rolling, which rolling is like sparring, but it's not sparring. It's not punching. But rolling is basically when you're rolling around on the ground, I guess. No. But you're like, you're sparring in a ground game sense. And I remember I was rolling, and he was just like, he would just get me in mount, which is a little, it's weird to describe, but mount or full mount is when you are mounted on somebody. Your legs are, I'm so confused at this area. You're basically, like, if somebody's laying like this, you're mounted on them. And that's full mount. So there's, like, half mount, which is, like, a leg in. There's half guard, which is like, you're fully in their guard. Half guard, which is here. There's not really half mount would be, I don't know, there's other ways of describing it. It would get too complex. But he would get me in mount and in full mount, and it was like, I can't get this guy fucking off me. I literally can't get this guy off me. And I just had a moment where I got in my car, and it wasn't at all like a discouraging thing. It was more of like a reality check where I was like, all right, I need to go and work out and like actually strength train myself and like get myself stronger, like do weighted push-ups, do like actually get myself stronger, because right now I'm weak compared to those guys. Like, I have pretty good body strength, blah 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 blah, but like I want to be able to roll with people that are above my weight class and be able to be at least a little bit successful. It's hard regardless, because if they can just outmuscle you, they're gonna outmuscle you. There's no way of you outmuscling them. I also don't know if I'm actually supposed to be here. I don't think I am. I think I'm like, I don't know. Because I can't get past that ghost. That ghost just keeps blocking me. I'm gonna look this up real quick. Okay, I think I know where I need to go. So I looked it up a little bit. I think I have to, I don't go in here. I have to get the Sylph Scope. So I think I have to actually go in here, which I was afraid of because this area griefed me the last time and I wasn't supposed to be in here. But I think I go through this and I just go to the other side of it. So we will go through here and just see if this is where I'm supposed to go. But yeah, I had that moment where I was just like, I need to get stronger. I need to get stronger. And then I've slowly started to get stronger, and I do want to train again. I think eventually, sometime this year, I'm probably going to go back to where I worked at. Or there's a newer gym that just opened like 20 minutes away from me, and I'm excited to try to see how that grows. Because if I could go in there, it's 20 minutes away, and I could just quickly like drive there. The other place is like 40 minutes away. But yeah, if I could find a place that I could just like, if that place worked, I could just go there. But yeah, that was definitely a eye-opening experience, and I very well could have just said, no, I'm not. I'm never training again. That was embarrassing. I can't believe that happened. Blah blah blah. Or I could have just been like, hey, it happens. Like, it happens, and it's okay. Like I did, and yeah. Let's go here. Because there's weight classes for a reason. You know, that's another thing. There's absolutely weight classes for a reason. You should realistically fight within your weight bracket, but if there's not people that are in your weight bracket, it's one of those things that you have to fight who's in front of you, or you have to train with who's in front of you, and if they're way bigger than you, then you're basically just cooked. And I was basically just cooked. Alright, we get another encounter here. Let's get Our encounter. Come on, something good. Something good, something good. Caterpie Ivysaur. So it's going to be a Venusaur and a Butterfree. I always get them confused. We're gonna name this guy Stinko, because he kind of Ivysaur looks like it would kind of stink. Am I tripping on that? I feel like Ivysaur would stink. It would have a pungent smell to it. Okay, he's badass. I can't even lie. He's cool. That guy's got aura right there. That's what they call, like, looks maxing. He looks maxes. How do you say that? Looks maxing? Okay. Let's not kill Sunny with getting griefed by this little stupid idiot. Let's go to mindless. We'll Zen headbutt. And then we'll thunder punch. And we'll thunder punch. Nice. Boom, ba-dum, boom, ba-dum. Let's heal up Sunny. Is this where the town goes? Yes. So Celadon City. So I'm assuming that the other side just goes over to whatever it's called. This gives us a lot of encounters, I think. I think we're at a town. We can get the Eevee encounter, which is above us in the top of the building. We can walk the Eevee, which we'll go do that first out of everything. There's a lady in here, I think on the top floor. Is it this guy? No. That's the game creator. I think it's up here. Maybe it's the bottom person. Eevee ears? No. Yeah, we'll put that hat on. It's kind of cool. It's kind of aura. I think they're in here, right? No. There we go. Yep. Would you mind just walking around? All right. Yep, we're gonna walk the Eevee around. Now there is this guy right here, or not this guy. I don't know if it's that guy. There's a guy that allows you to trade the Eevee away, which is funny as hell to me. But we won't do that. I did it the last time, and it gave me bad karma, which is not good. You don't want to do that, because when you get bad karma, you get griefed. When you get griefed, it's not good. So, I think there is... This is the hotel. This guy. We want... No? Okay, never mind. There's the coin case person somewhere around here. I want make a Pokemon coffee drink. This guy. Absolutely, let's fight. Abso-freaking-lutely. Wiggly net? That's pretty cool. I like that. Let's go Salem. Shadow Sneak. Oh, he's normal. I'm an idiot. Acrobatics. Killed. Haunch Crow. He's just a regular old dude. Just a regular old duderino. Let's go to Mindless. Thunder Punch. Headshot. Dead. Give me another fossil, buddy. Guys, let's, what was the other fossil? fossil guy. Infinite fusion. We're gonna give ourselves the fossils. Sorry. Fossil maniac. We need the fossil maniac guy. We are in Celadon City. Skull. Alright. Sorry, I looked it up. It is a skull fossil that we could have given ourselves. So we are going to debug in a skull fossil. I'm sorry. I know. Cheating, cheater, pumpkin eater. But I clicked that too quickly. So, pay attention, guys. Don't just fucking click through things. My nickname, my dad nicknamed me as a kid, Clicky. Because I would click through everything. And this is what I get for being clicky. Clicky McClickerson. Because I fucking click through everything. And I don't realize that sometimes it takes some patience to not, you know. I think we can give ourselves coins, right? Player option, set coins. 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. Okay. We have our coins set to 999999999. We can, so the last time, anytime that I do this. Okay, let's buy Hyper Beam, Thunderbolt, Aqua Jet, Solar Beam, whoops, and Thunder Wave. So, Egg's Edge, so we can't get him. Dratini. Love Ape. Can get him. So I usually, the way that I do this is I give myself the chance to buy all of them. That way, if they are dupes like this, or they are ones that I don't want, or whatever, I can give myself one choice, because technically, in normal playthroughs, you could buy literally all of these in a normal playthrough. So in a normal game, or a normal Nuzlocke, you could technically buy all of them. But I give myself one. So we will release this guy. We will release... Ooh, that's a pretty cool skin. We'll release him. Clefairy in... Or that's Jigglypuff. Okay. So we have Mankey Butterfree. We have Lurantis Sableye. Shelder Jigglypuff. Let's look at their final evos. So, Wigglytuff Cloyster. Actually, not half bad. But it's the Water Fairy version, so it's obviously the worst one. We have Mankey Butterfree. Fighting, Flying, Absolute... Okay, what about Primeape? Absolute dog ass. Literally, like, get that off my screen. And then we have Sableye, Lurantis, Grass Ghost, also dog ass. So I think we're gonna take the Lurantis. Honestly, not very good for us. But, you know, there's not really much to, you know, there. We're gonna nickname it... We're gonna nickname this guy... Buttman. That's Buttman right there. Alright. What do you think of my Ponyta? I'll trade it for a Raichu. We do have a Raichu. I don't know if I can do that, though. I can't do that to Grin. Grin stays with me. Alright, I think we should be able to bring this Eevee back to her. Right? Surely. Why don't you keep it? Absolutely. Chandeland! Are you fucking kidding me? Guys. Guys, what am I supposed to do? How do I go about this? Is that just a chalked up one? No way that it double randomizes into a freaking... What the freaking heck? What the freaking heck, dude? Well, we'll release him as well. Unfortunate. So, let's... Oh, yeah. TV head. Hell yeah. Nice. Smell you later. What can all this noise possibly be? Is this where all the commotion was going? Where I was grooming Entangler's vines when the poor thing got startled by a loud noise and there one of its vines? Oh, but it will grow back, don't worry. Sigh, they've all been, rumor has it they made their base somewhere in the sewers. By the way, my name's Erica. I run the gym next door when I'm not tending to my flowers. What? Team Rocket have kidnapped Mr. Fuji? This is worse than I thought. We have to do something about it. Follow me, we have to go after them. Okay. I'm gonna go and get my encounters. Sorry about that. I know there's a... Yep. Okay. I will take this boy. Regice or Regice and a Armaldo, I believe. Regialdo. He's kind of like Ronaldo. Let's Dusk Ball, because it's kind of dusk out, maybe. Dusk Ball again. What if we Firecracker him? Oh. Wait, Firecracker is a... I guess I didn't know what Firecracker Ball is, but now I understand. Guess we can just keep using level balls on him. Maybe eventually it will... Ooh! Come on, buddy! I know you want to get in the ball. I know you want to get in the ball, buddy. What's double resistant to... Nothing. And all of our mons... He's got pretty good moves for our mons, so I don't really think we can hit him with much that wouldn't literally, like, one-shot kill him. Let's heal. Oh, he's paralyzed now. Okay. Let's just keep throwing balls at him. Hopefully he'll eventually... Oh, come on! Come on, I know you want to get in the ball. I know you do. I can literally hear you yelling to me from the... Hear that, guys? Please,
Please, I'm Regialdo. I really want to get in the ball. Please.
He's doing it. He wants to, guys. Surely. Throw Dusk Ball at him, too. Come on! Nest Ball? Nest Ball. Nest Ball. He's Bug, for Christ's sake. Oh! Come on. Stop that. Stop teasing me. Oh, yes! Reggie Aldo. Huge plate iceberg Pokemon. He's pretty freaking cool. I like him. Reggie Aldo. We are going to... Is that a... I guess Armaldo is just freaking blue. We're gonna name him Regiana. He kind of gives Regiana vibes. Alright, let's go into the... we need pure nighttime. And then we can go into the thing. I want to check his stats. He seems like he could be decent. Regice and Armaldo. Ice Bug. 100 attack. Holy fuck, he's insane. Okay, he might actually just have to go straight on the team immediately. 100 attack, 100 defense, 90 special attack, 160 special defense, 46 speed, and 78 health. Or HP. Bro is a freaking unit. I think he might just have to go on the team. I won't lie. I'm gonna throw him on the team real quick. We're not gonna like keep him on the team yet, but I want to get him leveled up, see what moves he learns, get his ability. He wants Smackdown, so he has Icy Wind, Charge Beam, Stomp. Metal Claw could be good. Let's do that for Charge Beam. Charge Beam is really needed. Ancient Power. He makes up for the Bug Bite. Oh, wait, I do want Bug Bite. I want Bug Bite for Bulldoze, because we don't really need ground on him. Oh, okay, I guess Smackdown for... Okay. Brine? He knows a water move, too? Bro, why does this guy know everything? Slash? Alright, now we will randomize his ability as well. Close my eyes. Do the old tricky wiki special. Neutral. Was that? Okay, we're gonna do it again. I felt like it was going towards the last. Shed Skin. Is that like... The Pokemon may heal its own status problems. Bro, look at his freaking... Yeah, I think we might. I don't know, bro. His stuff is so hot. Like, Metal Claw, Bug Bite. We have Grass on Sunny. We really don't... I think we just keep him on the team. I think we don't even think about it. Maybe Frost Breath he could learn. What does this do? This attack always results in a crit. Fuck it. Quiver Dance. He can't learn it, dang it. Imagine if you could learn Quiver Dance. Hyper Beam, Solar Beam, Psychic. Yeah, I think we just leave it at that. Bro, he is... That's a tanky boy. That's a big tanky boy right there. And what we do to make him even tankier... Yeah, Armaldo Regice. We put a freaking assault vest on him. Or we put... Oh yeah, we do have a moonstone. We need a dusk stone. We need to go back to that stone guy. What, hard stone? Do we just throw on a fucking... I think we just do it. Give him an assault vest. Bro is gonna be the tankiest man of all time. Surely it's nighttime, right? Oh, okay. So we can fish right here. Did we... No, we have not gotten an encounter here. We got a static. We've gotten 2 statics. Nothing else. Clink and a Cyndaquil. So we know that that's our first encounter. If all else fails, he will be our encounter, and we'll just break him and steal the Cyndaquil. Whoops. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. Okay, so I think he is the only one, so we're just gonna... We're gonna throw a quick ball at him. Hopefully this will catch it. Okay. Or it won't. Level ball should catch. Okay. I think I'm gonna name this Cyndaquil. Oh, okay. Or I'm not. I think there's the department store here, right? Yes. Yes! Give us the stones. Please. And this will be good, because we can check all of the stores, and then we can... Okay, armor fossil, I think we've already gotten. Dragon, we can grab that. Brick break, good. Those we don't really care about as much. Upgrade, we will buy, because it's good. It's good up, like level up. Dome fossil, I think is new. Spooky plate, Rabuta berry, super potions we have plenty of. This is the clothing section. This should be the stone guy. He won't have stones. Snowball. We're also waiting for nighttime. Let's go to the basement or the first floor. Okay, we can go up here and catch this encounter. Minimize. That's a pretty cool name. So that's a Minior and a Delmise. Pretty cool. Pretty. He's gonna be a little dink. Not my... Alright. I mean, he's actually pretty cool. Rock grass. Let's give him the nickname Dwayne. Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Shout out Paige for that nickname. Oh, you found my secret retreat. Please don't tell anybody here. Ooh, HM Fly. Thank you, my guy. I appreciate you. Oh, okay. Lickanite, that's pretty cool. So... Damn, why did it turn... Alright, let's sleep. 12 hours? What is this person? Moonstone, Sunstone. Hard-boiled. From whom the bell? Okay. Okay, surely it's nighttime, right? Yes. So, we potentially can buy these guys. Missiana. So, a Persian, Remapod, and a Matan? No. Don't need them. Don't want them. Don't freaking... It is in the morning, so let's sleep again. 12 hours. And then see what time it is. It is 6:40 p.m. Let's sleep 6 hours. It should be nighttime, yes. Then we're going to warp to Lavender Town. We're going to get the Stone Maniac guy, this guy. The day and night cycle has profound impact on humans. Oh. Okay, so he doesn't give us a Dusk Stone. Well, let's go to Pewter City, and we're going to end off on our fossil encounters, I believe. And then we will take on in the next episode the sewers and the next gym. So let us go and get our... So we have the dome fossil, and then let's put our... Let's put 2 Pokemon back. I still can't believe we got a frickin' Regice Armaldo that is actually insane. Also, let's unfuse these guys. I've got a hair that keeps going down in my face. Because that's Clink and Cyndaquil? Yes. So we will release the Clink, and we have a fresh Cyndaquil that we can pair with something. A potential static in the future. Let's go down to the hotel, and we will sleep for 12 hours. Go back up here. Come on, give us something crazy. Espigoat. Or Espijot? Espijot? Okay. So I think that's a Pidgeot and a Espeon. We want the Skull Fossil. So we will unfuse that, and that will be an Espeon Cyndaquil. So a Typhlosion Cyndaquil. Or Typhlosion Espeon. Which would be pretty cool. It's a Psychic Fire type. Could be pretty decent. Craniados, a Malax. Okay, so the Snorlax will be unfused as well. So we have to... Let's take these guys off. That's a pretty cool mon, I won't lie. And then we have a Mareep. Okay. That's pretty cool as well. So we will unfuse these guys. We will get rid of Mareep. We will unfuse these guys. Whoops. Ba, 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 ba. We will get rid of Pidgeot. And then we don't have any other repeats, correct? Trying to look. I don't believe we do. It's one thing that I've got to keep up on. So we will fuse little old Cyndaquil and Espeon. What would we want? So Espeon and Cyndaquil. We want Typhlosion. So either Fire Psychic or Psychic Fire. And the other one, so we want Psychic Fire first. So we want this one. That one has the better stats from the two. And it could be actually very useful. It's specially defensive. 91, not amazing. 123 special attack, pretty great. 103 speed, pretty great. Ooh, he's cute. All right. Unfortunately, it's going to take away from the cuteness factor. But, and we want a modest nature on it, 100%. Combine its movesets. Helping Hand, no. Tail Whip, no. So, let's nickname this. Rename. We'll name this Paige. Paige's favorite Pokemon is Espeon. It's a cute little Cyndaquil, and it turns cute, but then it kind of gets ugly when it's Typhlosion. So I'm gonna assume that it's not gonna be a fan favorite, but you never know. It could be. Who knows? So we do have that. We have water, ground, water, fire. What is this guy? He is... What level? Okay, level 36 as well. Let me compare these guys. Just to... Volcarona and Golduck. So he has 108, 88, 95. So actually, I think once we get Typhlosion, we probably could just throw it on the team instantly for our fire type replacement. I think we are going to... The only thing is we're going to have a lot of psychic types. We have a lot of psychic types stacking up that are really good. So, we also have a Snorlax. If we could get a really solid ghost type right now, that could be absolutely nuts. That's like our one... We want to really hope for a... Like, if we could get a Trevenant, if we could get a Duo Blade... Or no, sorry. If we could get, like, a Gengar, I mean, like, give us like a Giratina or something. But if we could get like a normal ghost, that would be insane with Snorlax. That could use some of his tankiness. That would be insane. I'm kind of looking through some of them, and yeah, it would be really, 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 really nice. Normal dragons also a pretty okay type. Yeah, like Giratina Snorlax would be crazy. That would be really cool. But yeah, that will end this episode. I don't believe we have anything else to do. This is the team looking forward. We have obviously Salem staying on the team. We have a Regice Armaldo, absolute tank of a Pokemon. Honestly, not terrible attack, but its special defense is insane, and it only gets better in defense. And its HP is insane as well. Then obviously we have the Goat Sunny. We have our Metagross, or our Metang Electivire. He's gonna scale and go crazy. We have Marty, the freaking Genesect Whirlipede, which is gonna go insane. And then we have Bug Boy, the Golduck Volcarona, which could potentially get replaced. He's like our weakest Mon-esque, maybe, or most replaceable Mon, if we could get a good solid fire type. Typing wise, he's probably better, but also Paige is pretty good once she gets leveled up. Other than that, most of our Mons are not really that overpowered stats wise. There's better stats. Again, if we can get a Duskstone, or if we could get some of the stones or the items as well. If you guys pay attention, or if you guys hear this, if you guys are watching this long into the video, make sure to comment down below if I should change up, or if I can like spawn in level up items for a certain thing. Like, let's say I get rid of a Moonstone for it, or whatever. Or if like every gym I can spawn one in, or whatever. And then the past thing that I talked about, the unfusing, or like changing the fusions so I can get better typings or better things. Not changing the fusions aspect of like removing pairs, but just making one the head and one the body. So yeah, let me know those things in the comments and in the Discord. I appreciate you guys so freaking much. Like, subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Turn notification bell on. I feel like I'm full-on YouTuber. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. I will see you lovely people in the next episode. We will be taking on the sewer and gym number 4, and hopefully getting some crazy encounters. So yes, I appreciate you guys. You guys are the freaking goats. Keep being yourselves, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.